You said something major that I didn't even know that they had. You said you took workshops and classes. Damn,
Yeah.
yo, talk about that because a lot of people don't know that that exists.
Yeah, they got workshops, they got classes, they got writing classes, public speaking classes, but I actually took a stand-up writing class.
Wow.
It's in the New Yorker building, Comedy Institution of America.
Wow. I ain't know
Comedy
that,
Institute
man.
in New York. So I would travel every day. Well, two, 3 times a week, I would catch the train to pass over to the city and take the classes. So what we do is we'll write the material that we're trying to work on, right, and present it to the class. And it's everybody's like it's a class full of people who are all trying to be comedians. So now you got all different styles, all different nationalities of comedians trying to figure out the art of stand-up comedy.
Wow.
So it was interesting because I'm coming from more of a street perspective, where there
Yeah.
was more of a somewhat of a mainstream. How can I put it? It was interesting, to
No,
say the
I'm yeah,
least.
I see it. You see it when you go to certain like I'm out here and you know I was playing around with it a little bit and I went to
I
you know
saw that. I saw the clip you sent me. I was like, okay, that's
hey
a good start right there.
you see some I mean it's white people, Spanish people, it's everybody in there and it's completely different. And so I know being in the bricks, being back home, you might be with a bunch of people that's like you, but I'm in Vegas and you go out there and you seeing these cats and they're like really Jim Carrey funny or they're, you know, Adam Sandler
Yeah,
funny. And it's different kinds of situations. You got, you know, Capone funny dudes there. Then you got
yeah,
Chris Tucker funny dudes. And so you
yeah,
just get a chance to watch and it's like, oh, that's funny too. You know what I'm saying? And how his eyes would move, how his facial expressions is what got everybody laughing more so than anything
yeah,
else. He walks all the time or he's just standing
yeah.
there. You know what I mean? It's
So
just so many different things.
and yeah, so many different forms. Like I tell new comedians, read the Comedy Bible by Judith Carter. That was one thing that helped me out, where it can take you
Wow.
from the actual how to set up a joke. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Premise, set up, premise, act out. Set up, premise, act out. You know what I mean? You learn how to set up a joke, you learn the premise of it, and then you learn how to act it out, which is basically like the funny, the faces, like you said. So each person has a different uniqueness about them when it comes to their comedy style. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? So
Yeah.
that was one thing I learned as well too. It's like it's a vastness of stand-up comedy or comedy just in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people who are rich off of comedy, and you've never seen them stand on the stage.
Wow. And they talk about that because everybody got the wrong impression about this shit
Mm-hmm.
as a business. Like it's so much more vast. Like we looking at right now what's going on in Hollywood with the strike, right? And
Mm-hmm.
because people are really like going at these actors and like they think everybody because they say they're acting, they live in Hollywood, they rich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, say this is a big misconception, even with comedy.
Yeah, and the one I had a misconception when it came to stand up comedy. I would see people that I seen on Def Comedy Jam on TV in movies, and them cats be like, "Yo, can you give me a ride to the show?"
Wow.
Huh?
That's an eye opener. That's an eye opener.
It was so for the first couple of years, I'm thinking these people that I've seen, that has big names and are talented and funny as hell. But it's like, why do you need a ride? Or why
Yeah.
you and then I realized the business of comedy is something completely different than the actual performance and stand-up aspect, which I chose to do.
Yeah.
It's almost two separate things. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But if you understand both, you'll prosper. So I'm in the process of learning the business side. I think the stand up side is Greek. You know what I'm saying? I accomplished my goal of making it to the Apollo and selling it out. Thank God. So now I'm understanding the business side, and it's opening more and more doors. You know what I'm saying?